Good evening, everybody. How's everybody doing tonight? I'm Go View or Go Home. Welcome to GVO After Dark. No, you waited all month for it. Surprisingly enough, March has gone pretty quick, considering that there's been 5 Thursdays this month. But yeah, we're going to get started real soon. We usually around 8 o'clock. Just wanted everybody to get the notification so that they can join us. They can jump in the chat there, say their hellos, hello, 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 and I'll be going through the list there, saying a special hello to everybody who showed up nice and early. Hello, everybody. All right. So we have got Sean and Mike and Dwight DK. How's it going? Kyle and Wigwag's Workshop. Bubs 031. Bubs Bath and Beyond. Dundas Junction Model Railroad. Mr. James Galton. How's it going, James? And Dwight Curley's. How's it going, everybody? Roger Coleman. How's it going? Miss Brian Ferguson and Anthony. How's it going? And Luca's Railfan Adventures. Well, is it via? Well, I mean, I just call you Luca. Luca the Railfan. Yeah. and Mike. And where are we? My chat went all wonky for a second there. Wigwag. Let's see. Oh, he's guessing. He's still guessing. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed keeping track. I have fun making the show. And it's something I work on technically all month long. So it's, a lot of time and effort goes into that. Real Artist and Lee. How's it going, guys? Welcome, everybody. Welcome. Hopefully, you all have your coffee and you're ready to talk trains. We have good show lined up for you. Good. I'm going to retract that. We have a great show lined up for you tonight because this is episode 3 of season 5. Now, unfortunately, Trackside Mike will be able to make it tonight because he's in the chat. But M&M Rails cannot make it tonight. Unfortunately, he is busy grading my papers. So we'll let you know how that turns out in a couple of weeks. And Anthony, how's it going? Anthony Dodge. And Ronald. How's it going, Ronald? All right. So this show here, we do this every single month, once a month. It kind of caps off all the events of the month itself. Normally we talk trains, the hobby, both the hobby and real trains. And we've been doing this for the last 5 years, which, come to think of it, it's kind of crazy. I don't think I've ever committed to something besides my marriage. But, with a hobby that's forever growing, you can't help but talk about how awesome it is. So we're going to keep doing that. We're going to do that lots here tonight because we're going to talk about 2023 and how it quite possibly could be the best year for model railroaders. That's right, the best. I'm going to claim it right now because we're only 3 months in, going on to our 4th month, and we've already had some real bangers show up in stores. And yet, we're not even halfway through this year, and we're going to get way more. So usually the first quarter is usually the busiest, I find, where you're waiting for things to show up in October, November, December, and it's up in January. Which, I mean, it's not fair, but at the same time, yeah. Anyways, so either way, we're going to talk a bit about that. We're going to talk about keeping track And also the mini of the month. I've got a mini of the month from Mini Prints. So we're going to talk about that. And the next group build. You guys remember the Sunday brunch kit build, group build? Well, I'm going to make the official announcement tonight. So you'll want to stay tuned for that. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, which is totally normal because even my friends don't really understand me most of the time, I think. So a while ago, and I'm going to say January because I'm pretty sure it was January, we decided collectively as a group to build one kit. All of us same kit. Bubs is even still working on his. That's how crazy this is. And none of us know what it is. Okay, I know what it is, but I'm not going to tell you. But we're going to start our next one. And I'll basically let you guys know what kit we're doing. And if you would like to participate in that, you will have a good month to go and find this kit and prepare yourself, because we're going to do it starting, I'm going to say the end of the month, but technically the last day of the month is a Sunday and it's the 31st. So whether or not that counts, I don't know. We'll just say we're starting next month. I don't know if it matters or not, but, and as I promised, it's going to be both HO and N scale. So I'm not leaving anybody out except for the G scalers and the O scalers. Sorry, guys. Maybe next time, I think. I don't know if they still do that. But we've got an HO and N scale to work on. I'll announce that later. But first, I can't do this alone. Me being who I am, I already gave it away, but that's okay because that's what happens. You read the teleprompter and you read exactly what the teleprompter says. Well, I saw his name in the chat, so I just read it out loud. Trackside Mike.
How's it going?
How's it going, Mike?
Keep it on the tracks.
Good. Yeah. Now, if you guys don't know Mike, which it's like, you've probably been living in a cave on a different planet for the last several years. Trackside Mike is a railroader. He does HO scale, and he loves to share the hobby just like the rest of us, right?
Absolutely. Yep. Awesome.
And
hobby.
You also have a live show. Awesome hobby?
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah. Yeah. Off the tracks Monday.
Yeah. Off the tracks Monday.
Yeah. But sometimes we either have a glitch, a computer glitch, or some kind of off the tracks portion that makes it off the tracks Monday with my partner, James Galton.
The joys of doing it live, right? You never know what's going to happen, and you can't stop the gremlins sometimes, right? So it just happens.
Yeah, absolutely. It's just like running trains live. Usually, you thought the track was clean or something, and got a dirty spot.
But it's also it's fun and it's real. I like how real it is at that point, because it really shows. It takes away the polishing, because you can film trains going all over the place, whatnot, and then just cut out all the bad stuff, and it looks like your layout is amazing. But when you run live, it's kind of like putting your money where your mouth is, right? You gotta have it to a point where it's like, well, it better run. It better run like it does in the other videos. So
it's just like when you go to do a video, right? It's like everything's going good before the video. Okay, yep, test it. Shoot the video. Oh, something happens, right? So try and keep it on the track.
It's hard. It's hard sometimes. You think you have everything dialed in, and then when it'll usually be when I start filming something, it's like, okay, well, I didn't have that issue 5 minutes ago, but now I have this new issue and this new obstacle to overcome, and then I start swapping out locomotives, and maybe it's the locomotive, and then you go over with some steel wool or whatever and clean the area, and okay,
Yeah.
well, I guess it's time to run some isopropyl in the CMX around the layout, and it helps you keep the maintaining down pat. So
Absolutely.
hey, Tim and John. I could have sworn there was somebody else. And Steve 87. How's it going, Steve?
Yep, Steve popped in.
Yeah.
How's everybody tonight? On GVO After Dark. It's Thursday.
Is this? This might be your first After Dark.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Okay. So what I'm gonna do first, I'm gonna open up my mini print of the month. I do like to pre-open, but I'm still gonna give you that same ooh-ah because I'm always impressed with whatever Bernard does. And you've featured a lot of mini prints as well on your channel, and you've actually done painting and whatnot. So you paint the models and you've placed them throughout your.
Place them on the layout.
Do you have?
Which mini prints do I have?
Yeah.
Is that what you asked me? I got the Lionel Strang.
Yes.
Bruce, the marginally agitated mail boy. We got the switching crew, the conductor crew, and like different animals and stuff that you can get at Mini Prints. Mini Prints does great stuff, and then I enjoy painting them. Right.
So I'm going to tell you guys a little bit about the mini of the month. It is $29.99 US dollars every month, and basically included in the mini of the month, you get an animal, a seasonal, and a mystery mini. So it's all included in one package. And because you're already doing the $29.99 club, you also get 15% off at miniprints.com, which is great. Shipping is already included in that $29, so you never have to pay for shipping. And the package itself, it always ships in the middle of the month, so usually on the 15th of every month, and you'll have it right by GVO After Dark, right? So in this one, so far, what I'm seeing, now Bernard does a live at the beginning of the month. It's usually the first Wednesday every month.
First Wednesday would be the 5th of April.
April, so that's the next one.
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, it's another one. Thanks for joining. So the first mini that I'm going to show you, you get two, and this really reminds me of those ritzier neighborhoods, those driveways where you have the little lion statues right at the very end of the driveway. This is the Bernard's Out Like a Lion. Is it In Like a Lamb, Out Like a Lion?
Yeah. Well, it could go either way.
That's true. But it's a little lion, and they're sitting or perching, I guess you could say. They're sitting on their butts, and I would paint that up like it's a little brass ornament to go on the end of the driveway. Some people do that. I don't know why. It's not my thing, but that might be something that I would do in the future when I have a residential area. That's really neat. Something like that will go for, if you just buy it by itself, it's about $6.50 for a set of two of those, which is really neat. Also, okay, so this one, there's a couple of things in here, and this is something that Bernard just started posting the other day to the website. So we typically get this stuff earlier than the general public, which is another cool reason to sign up for the club. As I empty all these little bird houses, and there's a couple. So there's a figure, so it's a person, and they look like they're looking through binoculars. So that's most likely a bird watcher. I know you can't really see that because it's that small, but it's
that small.
Yeah, but he's holding the binoculars like that. Then you get 2 bird bath, which is also again great for a front lawn, or in the little garden out front of house. Add a little detail. And there is. I'm just trying to sit these down so they don't fly away, because if that goes flying, I've lost it forever. That's how small it is. And I've got. Yeah. If you've got like that shag carpet, I don't, but I was just being funny. But if you do have a shag carpet, I would not use mini prints near the shag carpet, just in case it goes flying. So I've got 5 little nesting houses, or bird houses, as some people call them. Again, you probably can't even see that. Let me go full screen. And palm of my hand. And these are perfect to attach to a fence, like a wood fence post, or right to a tree. If you've got a lot of trees on your layout, you can just paint it up and then glue it right to the tree. And it adds that little bit of realism.
Yeah. That's what I like about the mini prints, to bring everything to life.
Yep, absolutely.
Now, is it just a question? The mini prints of the month, are they just kind of random, or like you never know what you're getting, I guess?
Well, typically when it comes to seasons, like seasonal stuff, you kind of have an idea of what it's going to be. So usually in November, it'll be Christmas stuff, so that you have it just before Christmas. And then September, October. So September, usually it's Halloween themed, like, werewolf, jack-o'-lanterns. He did a glow-in-the-dark ghost for Halloween. And yeah, those go out before the season. That way, when it goes into the season the following month, you already have your minis and they're good to go. But when it comes to something like this here, because it's springtime, I'm sure that's why we've got, bird watching and the bird houses. And these are the bird houses here. You get 2. This one looks like a house, a bird house condo, and it's on a stick. I know, again, really hard to see, but it's there. And
like a jalapeno.
Yeah, like this thing is it's very, very small. It's like 2 or 3 inches tall. And then there's another one here, another birdhouse that's on a pole. And again, these are great for the garden. Yeah, very nice. I really like.
Sorry, I had to throw that joke in there.
That's cool. That's cool. We like to have fun here. Oh, that caboose almost went flying off the table.
Ooh.
I'm gonna turn that way. That was my Point St.
favorite one.
Yeah. Well, I don't play favorite when it comes to caboose, but
yeah, don't lose that one.
Yeah,
that'd be like man down, man down.
Man down. Speaking of man down, we've got Roadkill. I hate to be that guy, but we've got Roadkill. Now, now, no one was hurt in the making of these possums, raccoons, squirrels, or trackside deer. They didn't. Yeah. They kept to the track, and that's what happens, right?
Yeah.
So it's all on the sheet here, so you don't lose any, because those squirrels, I mean, they're already squished,
and they're that squished that much more.
They're squished that much more realistic.
You got to wear these to see them.
Exactly, because well, I mean, even at my age, and my eyesight is terrible anyways. I've done the deer that are still alive, but the squirrels, it's like, I mean, they're going to be like, black squirrels or gray squirrels. You won't, they'll be roadside. That'd be all right. I mean, they
Yeah.
won't be all right, but it'll be all right. And if you're modeling, it's perfect if you're modeling March Road in Ottawa, because you always see deer on the side of the road. Which
417
the 417, yeah.
or the 460.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's awesome too. Again, they're doing. I mean, no one else does this, right? So if you say, you know what, this, it's going to be adding the next level of realism, and that's literally what it is. I actually have a friend who works for CN, and I know some people are going to think this is gross, but I have a friend who works for CN, and he sent me a picture one time of a meaty kind of, I don't know what the deer it was, but it was hanging off the side of a well car. There wasn't much left of it. So realistic, right? So it happens.
Yeah.
Unfortunate,
Well,
but it does happen. But
just
yeah,
seeing
so
Anthony's question there.
Chris and Mike, have you guys heard of Magna Rail? It sounds familiar.
Yeah.
The name of it. Have you heard of it?
No. Like it sounds familiar, but I'm not sure what it is. Is that the magnets for uncoupling? Like, I don't want to guess the wrong answer.
Yeah, I'm not too sure myself, but
No.
it does sound familiar. Kyle wants to know if I'm going to cook it up. I'm going to make a stew. It'll be nice. And a hat with the raccoon.
Yeah, squirrel stew.
Yeah. It's a rail magnifier.
Okay.
I've seen turkeys caught on the pilots. Yeah, absolutely. That does happen as well. They wander all over the place. Hey, Adam, how's it going? Yeah. So most of that stuff, even though I did get it in the mini of the month, you can get all that stuff separately, just in case you did see something that you liked. Deer, you get $5. Raccoons, 4 for $6.50. Armadillos, 6 for $6.50, and squirrels, 6 for $6.50. So, if you saw something that you liked and you're like, oh, I didn't get a mini of the month club, it's all on the website now. Go ahead, take a look and see what you like. And if you like the randomness of the mini of the month, I put together a whole diorama of mini of the month stuff. The lawn chairs, the swimming pool, the deck, the trailer, and I made a whole diorama of just random stuff that I was sent. So there you go. It's possible.
It is possible.
Or you do it with your layout. I was doing something fun here, but it is, it's one of those things.
Plus, he has the usually the peanut butter lid challenge every once in a while.
That's true. I think there's another one coming up. I don't think he's announced the actual.
Yeah.
No. Yeah.
The last one was Valentine's Day, right?
Yeah. I don't know when the next one is. He hasn't. I think he'll probably announce it Wednesday. I know he's out in Denver right now, so whenever he gets back, I guess. Okay, so we'll talk keeping track, because keeping track, it always airs just before GVO After Dark. And you're a swell guy. You sent out that DCC set to me, and I really appreciate it. It's something I've been looking into and wanting to do for a while.
I know we talked about it, and I thought, well, it was your birthday coming up, and what way to support the channel was to get you something like that. And then I don't know what you're going to do with your old system, but
I don't know. Perry was asking. He sounds interested.
Yeah.
I was trying to con Mark into taking it because he only has a Z, but he's content. He's content with what he has. So
he don't need more power.
more power? Well, yeah, because he only has 3 amps, right? And I said, well, look, at some point, he jokes a lot about moving, And I'm like, at some point, that joke is going to become a reality, and you're going to have a way bigger layout, and the Zephyr is just not going to cut it. So I don't know.
Yeah,
Cross that bridge, I guess, when he gets to it. But
that's what I was kind of thinking too. Like he could, upgrade his system,
mm-hmm.
and then he'd have more power for the locomotives he had on his layout, and then up you to a 5-8 amp system. I think you can do both on that system.
On Wait, only 3 amps. The one that I have is a 5 amp, and then the one that you got me is a 5 amp as well. But I'm most likely going to upgrade the power cable for the 8 amp, just because when you have multiple levels, you want to make sure, if you're running several trains at one time, you want to make sure that the power is evenly distributed throughout, so that nothing is lacking to power department. So but yeah, it's a great set. I don't know if you could tell, but I was over the moon when I saw that there was a lanyard. It's hanging on my wall. I don't even use it like I'm supposed to. You're supposed to
it comes with the
connect
lanyard?
yeah, like you're supposed to connect the lanyard to the wireless controller. No, it's on my wall. I'm like, I don't want to lose this. I don't want to ruin it. I was about that. I don't know. Still, right?
Nice.
But you use NCE, right?
Yeah, I use NCE just because that's what Lauren kind of talked me into, right? He's like, if you want something easy to use, he says, my 5-year-old daughter runs the NCE. No problem. I'm like, that's me.
Yeah.
Something easy and simple to use. So I don't have DigiTrack, but I got NCE.
No, I've never seen the setup of an NCE system, but after seeing Keeping Track, you know what I had to do in order to upgrade, which really wasn't that much because my layout's already wired. It was a matter of swapping it out. How different is the NCE from the Digitracks?
NCE?
Yeah.
Here's the remote.
Yeah.
Right, and then you
come with a lot of buttons.
Yeah, it's a lot of buttons, but it's not too bad.
No.
Right. Kind of same setup, the 003 or punch in select locomotive and then 55, enter. F8 starts it up.
Yeah.
The 2 amp comes with the flat cord, right?
Okay.
The 5 amp comes with a coil cord, which I'd rather use, but if you only got the 2 amp hooked up, well, you have to have it run the flat cord.
So do you have a big box, like an amp box, like what I have?
Command station?
Yeah, the command station, yeah.
Yeah, I got the 5 amp in the storage room. I haven't hooked it up yet. So, but it comes with the 5 amp and the power pack and another remote.
And as far as the connection, is it anywhere like the same or is it more complicated?
No, it's just 2 wires off your bus line to the panel plate, the PC plate. And then you just connect your line into it and good to go. Now, I think you get pretty complicated in doing block detection and all that.
Yeah, which, I mean, like you can do that with any system really, but that's a whole other ball game there when you're wiring it specifically like that. And there's also the circuit breakers that you can add as well. And I know that both NCE and Digitracks have their own versions of those. And to be honest, like there's a lot of people that will say, well, I prefer one, or one is really hard to use and one's really easy to use. And there's still a lot of people on the fence. To be honest, like if you gave me an NCE set, I'd be able to figure it out because they both work very similar. And I think it's just whatever you're used to, that's what happens, right? Like I've been using Digitrax since the beginning of my DCC adventures, and I'm not even sure what got me to choose Digitrax, to be honest with you. But it's one of those things where you just you pick something, you just pick something, and then you go with it. And if you like it, you like it. If not, try something else. Uh, you know, it's just how it
I've
is.
never
And
tried
then,
Digitrax, so I wouldn't know.
no,
It's probably just as
as
easy
far
as
as
the NC.
well, see, yeah, like I'm pretty sure they're almost the same. I don't want to say it's the exact same, but I mean they're probably very similar in how they're made and how you use your locomotives and whatnot.
Yeah.
So learning the little functions, it's no different than me going from my one DC set to the new Evo set, where the interface of the controller looks totally different, but it still does a lot of the same things. So it wouldn't matter if I go from a DCC controller of Digitrax to NCE. The only one that looks weird is the ECU one, where it looks like a giant tablet. Have you ever seen that one?
The ESU one?
Yeah. And you have
Like you can do
pictures of
that one off
actual
the tablet?
locomotives on it and stuff.
Yeah, I have seen that one. I've seen that in Amherst.
Hmm. That one
The
looks crazy. That one, I mean,
yeah,
you get what you pay for. But like, yeah, that one looks like it might be a little bit more of a read through them. Yeah.
yeah, the
Preference. Buddy earns UCC thing with whatever whatever they started out with. But I think that just the biggest issue overall is, if I came to your house, I couldn't bring my controller. Like unless
yeah,
you
but I
have.
think Wi-Fi.
So you do have the Wi-Fi option where you can use Waddle.
Yeah, I think James has it. I believe. I haven't bought that part yet, but there's an NCE Wi-Fi plug-in interface that you can run off your phone.
Okay. Oh, okay. So even
Yeah,
if you're familiar with just, I mean, I'm not sure what everyone uses, but I use Wi-Fi like whenever somebody comes over, like the time that Mark came over, he was using his cell phone, which is a different
yeah,
interface again, a very simplistic one. But yeah, you just connect to Wi-Fi, and that's another version of just connecting to whatever system, right? You're using them, you just use a different interface yet once again. But yeah, that's probably what I would use if I went to somebody else's house. Like if I went to your house, I'd be like, well, I kind of want to try the NCE, but just to make things easy, if we were just get up and running, I've got
yeah.
a phone, I've got Y throttle. What's your Wi-Fi address thing? How do you connect? That's it. That's all it would be.
That's all you'd
Less is
have to
more.
do.
Really. Yeah.
Yeah, James put it in there. What do you call it? Wi-Fi tracks.
Wi-Fi tracks. Yeah. Is that the James? Is that the name of the application that you use, or is that the name of the tool that you connect to the NCE system? Because the Digitrax equivalent, it's called LNWI, which is wireless network something inter something, and that you connect that to your main system, and then you connect your cell phone to that basically.
Yeah.
Name of
Name
the
of it.
interface.
Oh, the interface. Okay. Yeah.
So you're going to need one of those. So Wi-Fi tracks.
Yeah. Interface. No.
Oh, interface. Right. The application. Okay. I wonder if Wi-Fi tracks would work with the LNWI. I'll have to. I'm going to see something for a second. My layout is not on, but I want to see if I can find that app. App Store.
Can you turn it on and off with your phone?
No. Well, the LNY is connected to a power supply with a lot of the other things like my lights and stuff for my layout. So it's not always on. I'll have to power everything on normally in order for it to even broadcast that signal for it to show up in my Wi-Fi list.
Rick, is that for NC or which system is that for? Just looking at Rick Railroad's comment.
I can't find it.
James got WFD 31NC. Okay, must be a number.
Oh, hardware. So this is what the Wi-Fi tracks looks like. I know, right? Like I can't zoom in anymore. Otherwise it cuts it off. It's just, it looks like a board and there's plugs for probably RJ somethings. But yeah, so that's neat. Yeah, so you would need that then in order to make yours wireless. You just use whatever application depending on your smartphone or tablet. So, and then of course, along with the Digitrax and whatnot, which I mean, I think it's always going to be one of those things like N scale versus HO. You know, everybody has a preference. Everybody has what they're used to, right? There's no real right and wrong. You know, I've done both, so I can fully say, well, I prefer HO. My eyes won't let me do N scale. It doesn't happen. Have you done N scale at all?
When I was younger, when I first got in the hobby, probably 5 or 6, I had N scale. It was my first scale. But that didn't last long. Probably about 8 or 9 went to HO.
Yeah. So you've been doing this a long time then?
Well, yeah, off and on until the teenage years. Life goes on, and then I got back into it back in 19 or 2020. 2020, I guess it was. Back into the hobby after 20 years.
You know, I must say, because, you know, early on, and I want to say it's been about a year. It might be over a year. Because you've been watching for, I think, at least for the last 2-3 years, you've been a very consistent follower of my channel. You know, comments and watching the shows and all that. When you first said that you wanted to go live, you know, I thought it was awesome because, you know, again, you get to share that, you know, you do, and, you know, it's another person to watch at the end of the day or in the middle of the day, you know, what your layout looks like and, you know, the progression that you make, which I think is awesome. You're doing a great job.
Thanks.
But also, like, when you first started going live, you know, just like all of us, and it happens, I would be a nervous wreck. And you can ask Mark, because we would get off the. Yeah, well, there you go. He's a troublemaker. You got to watch out for that guy.
Yeah, he's like, we should, because I was just a viewer for at least 2 years. Right, I just watch your channel, Sparky's channel, you know, a bunch of other channels. I was just a watcher. I'd be in the chat, but I wouldn't do any lives or post videos. And then Mark's like, I think at the meet and greet. When was that? 2021?
Which one?
The one
there's so many.
The OVR meet and greet. The very first.
That was last year's. So that was 22.
That was last year.
Yeah, June 22.
Okay, it must have been 21. He's like, hey, show some videos, like show us progression of your layout. Like I was just starting a layout then. And I'm like, okay. I've never posted anything on YouTube or anything, but I'll see if I can figure it out. And then he's like, "Oh, I think you should do a live." And I'm like, "A live?" But I think I had to get to 50 subscribers before he could go live, or 25.
Yeah.
And then after, your videos and posts and stuff, I got 50, and I'm like, okay, well, James and I were talking because we met at the meet and greet.
Mm-hmm.
And, I watched a couple of his streams and stuff. And he's like, yeah, it's not that hard, but this is what you got to do. And I'm like, okay, well, let's try it once or twice. And just gone from there. Now we got the off the tracks Monday. So yeah, we're having fun. That's what it's all about.
You guys are a great. You're dynamic, the two of you. It's just I can't stop watching. It's always, and James is very random. Like he's a very random guy, and it makes, what is he gonna do next? Like what's gonna happen? And he starts, hitting the boxes. Like that was last Monday, and I'm working. I should be working, but I'm watching Off the Tracks Monday instead. I'm gonna get fired.
I couldn't stop laughing. I couldn't stop laughing. He's slamming the boxes down, and he's playing the Jenga. Yeah. I'm like, he has what do you call that? Like a box, like the whole box of gondolas.
Yeah. Oh,
like I guess they call it a case. Like he's got a case of gondolas.
That's why I couldn't have you both on today, because I'd be laughing the entire time. I almost died watching that. It was so good, and you can't make that stuff up. It just happens. It's there's the good side of doing things live, and then there's the bad side. Bad side being technical difficulties. It happens. You get used to it after a while. Absolutely. But then when something like that happens, it's gold. It's you can't write that stuff. It's awesome.
You can't rewrite it.
But but I have to say, like just seeing you on film now compared to like when you started, you are so comfortable. You're super comfortable now. Like you're good.
You just gotta be yourself, right?
It's right. And you can see the progression, and you can you see how comfortable and relaxed the both of you. I mean, James, I don't know. He's I wish I was that relaxed. I can't relax like James.
I just got to get him into the camera more. Like, James, I can only see your shoulder, your arm. But I think this camera moves on him, right? So, but nothing's really. We kind of talk about what we want to do on the show, but we don't really have like a script. Like, hey, this is what we're gonna like. We kind of talk like, hey, this is what we want to do this week, but we don't have like, it's not scripted. It's just kind of off the cuffs, and we kind of trying to keep it on tracks.
The only reason why I need to write stuff down is because my memory is terrible. So from an organizational standpoint, I feel like it's necessary, but there's a lot of the filler and the in-between that it makes it more genuine. And I really enjoy watching the two of you guys, your banter and whatnot. It does remind me a lot of Mark and myself, and when we're just shooting the breeze and we're making fun of each other. That's just how it is. And it's that brotherhood and camaraderie that we all share. And it's awesome. I love watching you guys do your thing, and it's great. Hope you never stop. I hope you keep going.
Mom and son kind of hit the nail on the head, right? It's all about the great community and having fun.
That's right. Absolutely.
That's what we enjoy doing. I find it like if you do a live by yourself, like if just you don't have your partner up watching the chat, right? Like I know you do it a lot, and you kind of stay on top of the chat. Whereas if I'm doing it by myself, it's still kind of a little hard to follow along in the chat.
Oh, it's brutal. Like from personal experience, it's a lot harder to carry a show when you're literally talking to yourself, or at least it feels like you're talking to yourself, despite the fact that you have people watching and you have people that are genuinely listening to you and talking back through text. but it's not the same.
It's not the same because you're not. I can, like right now we can hear each other.
Yeah.
But when you're by yourself, it's like you said, you're talking to yourself. But can they actually hear what I'm saying? Or hopefully the audio's working.
Yeah. No, it's true. And you always have the fear of talking over somebody or not saying enough. When do I cut in? And
absolutely.
But when you just have that, like, you always let one person lead, and then everyone else will at that point take turns. And genuinely, I think and safe to say, and I mean, we do the same thing on Sundays with the whatchamacallit. But yeah, the kit build. I'll have a bunch of guys come up and just talking about different process about building kits and whatnot, and or sharing just stories and stuff like that. Everybody gets their turn. Everybody has a good time, great conversation, and it's fun. It's fun. You get to share an amazing hobby with a bunch of like-minded individuals, and I don't think that there's really a better platform to do it than here with all of you. And unless you can do it in person, that's also great.
Yeah, absolutely.
The YouTube meet and greets are awesome. So,
and I find if you are going to do this for the first time, it is nice if you're kind of set up like this, two people on the chat, right? Just to get yourself used to that, being comfortable, talking with everybody.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think at this point there's literally almost a live show every night, whether it's the Heath on Tuesdays, if Sparky goes on Mondays, or not Mondays, Wednesdays, Third Rail Thursdays, Vinny's on Fridays, Saturday is Jim Tedesco as well.
Anthony Dodge Friday.
Yep. Literally, there's always somebody. It feels like somebody's always live, and then that's not even to include just random lives that people will do, whether somebody is trackside or running trains or working on the layout. It's great. It's and you get to share all that with everybody, so that's awesome.
Cab Crew Wednesdays and the odd time we do an OVR live.
That's right.
Try to keep it to random lives or whatever, but make sure it's not on somebody's time, right? We kind of keep it in the community respectful for the whole YouTube folks.
It's true, because there is a lot of us and there is a lot of shows. Do you find it hard to work around like other streamers or anything like that, or like what's your process as far as going about that?
Pretty much the ones that we know that do pop up, like pretty much Monday to Friday. We know their time slots. Like you could almost have, I think Mark said at one time, a TV guide, or was that Jim Tedesco? Right? You got Cab Crew Wednesdays. You got Crooked River and Eastern Brunch on Thursday mornings. But yeah, you can almost have a little TV guide of your model railroad live shows.
I think we should talk to a network and just I'm pretty sure we could fill up a full week of just streamers filling in time slots for an entire week. And then of course you have, just commercials for, Rapido commercial, Intermountain commercial. You know what I mean? Like you could probably fill up an entire week with just
even the weekend, right?
Yeah. Why don't we have our own network? Jeez.
Yeah. Like weekends, you got Saturdays, is it Wacky Saturdays with Artie? Yeah, an OVR commercial.
Down Under with Artie.
Yeah, Down Under. Hey, mate, thanks for coming out. Get yourself another shrimp on the bobby.
And this is another thing. him and Anthony, and I know Anthony, I'm not saying Anthony because he's in the chat, but Anthony, your dynamic with Artie, it also kills me. You pull out the little kangaroo and you do the accent, and like it's love, and it's like it's awesome. I love seeing that, and you guys are great together as well. We really enjoy it. It's not just me. I know a bunch of people who really, really enjoy seeing it, and it's awesome. You guys are great. But yeah, it's just
Split Rock says there used to be a TV guide or something at one time. Used to be a list.
TV guide, yeah, right, yeah, and a phone book too, right? Where like everybody's phone number in it. Nobody gives out their phone number anymore. That's crazy. But yeah, the streaming has been fun, and I haven't done this in a while. This is one that I used to do a long time ago, and it's really neat because I get to do this with you tonight because we have a lot of similar interests as far as what we run. CN, Via, the big ones, the Canadian big ones, right? Yeah. And a lot of similar tastes as far as whatever Lauren sells us, basically. We just got this in. Would you like one?
Yeah.
Yes.
And they're going fast, so get them before the contract's end.
Better get two.
Yep.
Better get two. My thing is they always run better in pairs, but yeah, it's basically. But I've got a whole thing here, a plethora. You've got a plethora as well. You've got a bunch of stuff in front of you there that you want to share.
Do you want me to switch my camera?
Whatever you want to do, whatever's clever. Whatever's easiest so that you can show. We can talk about whatever. If you just want to hold it up, right, so that we can get a good look at it. Oh, speak of the devil, Mark's here.
Yeah,
Mark, you've been replaced.
He signs a contract every year. Yeah, I'm just a guest tonight, Mark. You're still my mentor.
Hopefully I pass. I get a passing grade, Mark. My report card. Did my mom say good things about me, or did you say good things to my mom about my work, my schoolwork? No, I don't blame you. But we're going to talk about the 2023 so far. So it's basically January, February, March. What is the biggest? What is it? What do you think is the biggest thing to show up in stores this year? I'll narrow it down for you. What is the biggest locomotive to show up in stores this year?
Do I have to answer that only one, or can I have several?
No, this isn't like the time where I was like, hey, which logo do you like? And you're like, I like all of them. No, I want to know a specific. I want to know the one that really, yes, this one did it for me. What is the one? Because everyone else is watching right now, and they want to know what Trackside Mike loves.
Okay, actually, instead of thinking of the road name that I run, I'm going to go with the Bowser.
Okay.
Because that Eco is the first Bowser that I owned, and by far, I mean, all the other manufacturers are great, but I really like this Bowser.
So let's see the Eco, because the Eco, they just showed up a couple of weeks ago. So what are some of the key features that you really like? Like, why is this your top pick here? Because you've obviously you ran a couple of different ones, but now you're really feeling the Bowser.
Well, very well detailed from Bowser. With the truck details, the ditch lights. Ditch lights are down by the plow. The MC hoses. Yep. The sound, it has the Lock 5 sound. ESU Lock 5.
Yep.
and I just like it.
I think
It's
that they've
loud.
always done a really good job with their the SD40s that they do are amazing, and that's just another variant of it, right? So
Yeah, and I like my locomotives loud.
they've
So I
done
mean,
a lot.
people upstairs got to listen to it, right?
Just want to shake the house.
Yeah, so it shakes the house
Yeah.
or put it on surround sound. But very nice locomotive. It's so nice. I got to get another one this weekend.
My only concern with it was I don't run CP, and it only came in CP, so
Yeah,
that was my only. Makes me want to start running CP because they get a. Bowser has done a lot of really good locomotives that were just specifically Canadian Pacific, and it's
yeah.
not fair. Now,
I
mind you,
think
they did announce the wide caps, the SD40 wide
yes,
caps.
it's kind of like a long nose Peterbilt.
Yeah, but those won't
Right?
be out this year, which is unfortunate. I don't think they'll be in store anytime soon.
No.
Which I'm thinking by maybe March of next year, but that might even be I don't know because they've got a lot of the bodies. It's the cab itself. I don't think a wide cab yet, so that'll all
Right.
have to be tooled out and everything. But they did announce recently the SD40s, more SD40s, so the ONRs, which this one was originally one of their last in one of the last paint runs that they did of the SD40-2. The museum in North Bay actually commissioned this paint scheme, which is the newest ONR. But they have a couple of numbers. So only 1733 was done. But now this newest run will have the other number. And it's the proper, because I know Broadway Limited did some SD40s and they did two numbers in this paint scheme, but they did the American tooling. So it's not even accurate, which I was really bummed out about. But
is that,
you know,
is that the placement of the ditch lights for the American tooling?
I can't remember exactly what they did. I think it might have had to do with the ditch lights, and I think also the top part. They basically just took an American locomotive and painted it like the ONR. So that was very annoying for someone like myself who begs for ONR to get done, and then when it gets done, it's not even accurate. So it's a pain. But what can you do?
Yeah.
Bub says, I have put the challenge out there to guess my building. 5 guesses per chat.
You see, keeping tracks there was like, oh, he had everybody like had us guessing. Like, he's got to tell us what the kid is. I don't know.
Yeah, if it's not a Bub's Bath and Beyond, I don't want. I don't want to be a part of it. It's got to be a Bub's Bath and Beyond.
Yeah, I thought it was a mud truck shop, kit builder, lift kit shop. Oh, Lawrence says OVR will be showing off the custom loads for the gondolas.
Is that this weekend?
Ooh, I might have to do a pop up there or something.
Maybe. Oh, now you got that eco from OVR.
Yeah, I think what got me hooked on it was what I paid for it.
Yeah,
I think they were $330 something.
Okay, yeah, that's not bad. That's not a bad price at all.
Yeah. Oh, $374.
$347.99 says.
I was off by 10.
No, that price isn't right. Lauren's guessing.
Yeah. No, he probably knows right off the top of his head. But how I got hooked on that one is
yes,
the weekend I helped him out at the store. And I stayed over and he goes, here, try this out trackside on his layout.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, I got to get one of those.
Yeah, Bowser's. I feel like a huge advocate for Bowser.
Well, I am now.
Well, it just takes one, just one, and then you're hooked. They're really, really good locomotives, and not just that, not just the locomotive itself, but me personally dealing with customer service and repair through Bowser.
Yeah.
Ulta there, it was my fault. I'll be the first person to say that. Um, they were amazing. You send it to them, they repair it, they tell you what you did wrong if you did something wrong, or they ask the questions, right? Because they want to know how they can improve their product as well, right? Now, they send it back to you, and it's 10 times better than how it was when obviously before it was even broken. So I don't know, but yeah, and they did a great job. They're really good with the warranty and whatnot, and they took care of me. So they're very good.
Very impressed.
Yeah. Now another locomotive that showed up this year. Now this one, a lot of controversy with this one. A lot of shops didn't even take it. They declined it or whatever without even. I don't know. I don't know what everyone's problem was. But if you were lucky enough to get one of these, the Aurora Miniatures SD60F locomotive. Now you've got like 12 of these, right?
Close.
Close. But yeah, this is probably one of my favorite locomotives, just for the simple fact that it had way more than I could ever ask for in a model train.
Yeah.
If I went to a manufacturer and I said I wanted to have this and this and this, they tell me to get out. They'd be like, get out.
Yeah, they'd be like,
Aurora,
go away, son. We got other things to do here.
Yeah, really. And the only thing that worries me is that it does set a bar that almost seems like I'm never going to see a lot of the features, like the rotating fans, on some of my other favorite locomotives. Like, will I ever see rotating fans on an F40? I'd love to think so, but I probably won't. And that disappoints me in a very large way, because my F59s and my F40s they're some of my most favorite locomotives, but I will never see those fans spin, which it sucks. But with OVR took a lot of these. They helped out Aurora in a huge way, and it's probably owed to them a lot of the success of this locomotive, and how it managed to get into people's hands was all Otter Valley. So kudos to them for sticking it out and helping them out, because that's what we do in this community, in the train community and whatnot. So let's see.
Yeah, and I tested a bunch of those out on a weekend.
Yes, yeah, you were in store for that. You took part in helping. You probably tested mine. We talked about that.
It's possible. we went through all of them that he had, and we tested them all, and we give him a tough test. We just didn't say, "Yep, they're good." Yeah. They did amazing testing on them. Right, we ran them in both directions and tested them.
No, it's good. I mean, like, I saw the team that he pulled in, you and a bunch of others, very talented modelers who have had lots of experience. And, to be able to sit there, it's kind of like I joked about in the keeping track, if you need somebody to sit there and check the coupler height, just pay me to do it and I'll do it. But in your case, you were checking every single train, running it in a circle, doing, the 5-point inspection. That's awesome. Yeah. I'd love to be able to do that.
We had the white gloves on too, so we weren't getting our handprints on them, right?
The white gloves, yes, the white glove treatment.
Yeah.
Oh man. Um, so I'm just checking the chat. I see a lot of chat. Hey,
Yeah.
hey Heath,
A lot
hey
of guessing.
Ronald, hey John Train. If I missed
Heath.
anybody, hey guys.
We got Heath. Humanity Junction. OVR.
And then of course, so the SD60s were great. The Ecos were great. There was also the E8. Now I don't have an E8 on me here.
No, I
You
don't
don't have
know.
any E8. The E8s are really nice. I really like the Amtrak one that comes in the nice wooden box. If you can find one now, you're probably very fortunate because they went really fast. But OVR will run, I think it was 2 numbers of the Via Rail, so you can't get those numbers anywhere else. Very nice locomotives. A little out of my era, but still nice nonetheless. And there was one other one. Not a lot of people probably even noticed it, but Walthers delivered more of and it's not this paint scheme, of the Walther F40s in
Oh yeah.
the Via Rail, and I think there was another one as well. This one is a Walthers, but you would never be able to tell because Perry, my friend Perry, did a really good job of adding all the little grab irons, obviously the paint job, and he changed the plow on the front to a Canadian style. Uh, but more of these became available, and it's for a DCC locomotive at just over $200. Not bad pricing at all for what you get. Sure,
Yeah.
adding a few details and whatnot. If you're happy with doing stuff like that, then all the more to you. But yeah, not a bad price. The people have spoken. They want to know about the rail cars. They want to know what rail cars have showed up this year so far. Keeping in mind this has only been in the first 3 months. That, like, we're setting up to be one of the best years. 2023, one of the best years for model trains. So,
Huge year.
Do you want to do bulkhead or do you want to do trash car?
Either or. I got them all out in front of me.
Okay, let's talk trash. Let's talk trash.
Yeah. All right.
Trash talking. So if you guys did not see my review, I did a full unbox and review of the OVR trains trash cars. These are, it's like, where even start? Because first off, they've never produced before this. This is their very first model. And a lot of companies, when they start out, they would never have this much luck. But is it luck, or is it just the fact that it's such, when you sell as many cars as OVR has, you pick up a lot of things along the way. And they hear all the good and the bad of every car that has ever gone through that store.
Yeah.
So to take all that information and say, I can make a car that would blow your mind. Because literally my mind is blown with the fact that it's a 10. It's honestly a 10. There's nothing wrong with it. And I've even had people ask me, they're like, is the brake wheel that really gross black color on like most, if not all, of the cars? And yeah, because that's how the prototype is. Where a lot of manufacturers, well, this car is green, so the wheel is going to be green as well, right? No.
Mm-hmm.
It's a black wheel. Same thing with the, I want to say it's the coupler cut lever. On the Cardella, it's blue. on the AMX, it's tan or white.
Yeah.
I've got a bright light in front of me. So.
And these ones are black.
What color is it? That one's black. Okay. Wait, which one is that one?
This is the. Well, I think this is the Ondata. CDMX.
CDMX. That's another thing too. It's not just okay. Well, here's 3 road names or 4 road names and 6 numbers of each. Oh, they did a total of 128 individual numbers. That's a lot of cars.
Yeah.
Which it's a problem where it's like, okay, I need a lot of these cars. So you'll buy the 6 numbers that a company will produce. And then you have to wait 3, 4, 5 years if they in that time for another 6 numbers, unless another company does it. But then, if another company does it, you're at the mercy of, well, is that one going to be as good as this one? And there's a really good chance it won't.
Oh, they're fantastic.
Split Rock is asking who makes the best trash for loads. Otter Valley actually has. I haven't seen them yet, but they have loads that are being handmade.
Yeah,
Hilda's making a unique load. Yeah, so we'll see. We'll see. I want to see them. I'm really interested to see how they look, how they come out. Hilda's awesome, so I'm sure that they will be above the standard. Again, you got the cars that are already a knockout. You have to put some nice loads in there too. Raccoons. Raccoons make the best trash.
Trash bandits. But the detail on these cars are just out of the ballpark, really. She's a Lincoln home run.
That's another one where it's like, when Lauren had originally talked to me about, okay, well, this is the car, these are the details that I want it to have, et cetera, et cetera. Just like any other car or locomotive, when somebody says it's going to have this and this and this, you hear it, but you want to see it. And when you finally see it, and it's like pad printing right on the truck, I can honestly say I've never seen another car on the market with pad printing right on the truck. Something as small as that, but adds the most detail.
Yeah, so got the print right on the trucks for sure. It's, they say it's pretty wild.
And I got a magnifying glass because my eyes don't allow me to see that small. It actually says the car type. So on this Cardella, where the road number or road name is CWSX, it says CWSX, and then it looks like the road number, the 140008, going up the truck, and that's on each truck. Which, again, my mind is blown. Because in real life, yeah, they are, each truck gets printed. So that's awesome.
Wow.
There's a lot of the in the comments. I read it without, thinking, and then I laugh out loud, literally like a laugh out loud. I'm excited to see what Tim does, because Tim from They Make It Like That, he's going to be doing some graffiti on some of these trash cars. So I can't wait to see what he comes up with. I did find some pictures online, which, prototype photos. So I'm going to see if I can almost emulate that on one of the cars as well, and see what I can come up with. But yeah, I know that I think they've sold out of the blank ones. the no data cars.
Oh
Do
yeah.
you know if they're sold out?
I think they're getting pretty close, and I think there's certain runs that they are down in a few, right? Like I don't know if it's the Cardella
Cardell,
or
yeah.
the Oak Ridge, right? Like if you were gonna get 2 black, 24 gray,
2 black.
black. Oh wow.
Yeah, I figure that AIM would probably be the best seller, but a lot of people, I guess, want to do the custom ones,
Yeah.
which is cool too because it shows a lot of creativity there. Not every company does blank or undecorated or no road number specific. They'll just they don't do a lot of those, and usually
No.
when you have to pre-order it and you have to order it in a large quantity in order for the manufacturer to say, well, is it worth doing it? I guess, or no, just buy these ones, strip them, and do your own at that point, which not everyone likes to do. So again, OVR thought it, and they said, well, no, let's do some that are just blank black, and I guess the other one is like grayish white. I don't know. I can't tell. See, because your car that you have there, the AIM, it looks like it's a white car, but it's probably is it more gray?
It's more of a gray color, and it could be just my light.
Yeah.
There is the white CDMX as well, but this is more of a gray.
Yeah.
I'm gonna weather
those
them.
are really nice.
There.
Well, along with that, those cars, amazing. And how many did you end up getting? Is there a lot? Is there a lot of cars there?
How many of those do I have?
Yeah.
I think I got 14 or 16.
I wonder how many are in an actual train. Because I've seen it where, like,
train?
Yeah.
I've seen various numbers of them.
Yeah.
Usually it's a mix, like 64s and 6000s.
Yeah.
But yeah, I can't wait for the 6000s to come out either. Yeah, you got it right there, Lauren. I'm going to get some more on Saturday. Probably some more black ones and some more AIM, if there's any left.
AIM. Right on. Yeah, no, they're nice cars. Again, for it being like the very first car, I've often said, I'm like, how are you gonna top that? How do you top that?
I don't know.
That's crazy. And then there's more cars on the way. We'll touch on that when we do the coming soon. There's a
coming soon.
We have a whole bit of like things that are coming up, things that will be shipped out, things that will be in store this year. Just proof that this is going to be a good year. The good year so far, even better coming up. So
yeah,
the gondola, or not the gondola. It's not a gondola. The bulkhead flat car. So if you guys missed it, Rapido did a video on they posted today. If you did see the video already, let me know in the chat there, because it's pretty funny. And I laughed out loud because I was not expecting it. But after Jason threw one of these off a cliff, they proceeded to throw him off a cliff, which obviously wasn't him, but you'll see the video. Have a good laugh, because that's the kind of couple they are. It's really good. Jeremy always does a bang up job with their videos, but this car is awesome. It turned out really good. They've never done a bulkhead flat car before, and I'm looking forward to getting more of these, because I've had some good luck so far. I know that some guys like Sparky's 2 out of 3. Man, that is rough.
Yeah.
You know, when you get something and it does not hold together. Nothing a little CA can't fix, I guess. But yeah, I saw these at the barbecue when they were still in pre-production, and you know, you see all the bits to it, like what's brass and whatnot, and they don't let you touch it, but you know, you can look with your eyes, and you know, nothing like this in a sense, because it always looks way better when it's painted, and you know, the wood, the nice laser etched wood top to it. Very nice cars. And yours turned out well as well, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Both mine are A-OK.
Did you see O&R as well, or is it just me?
O&R? No, mine's
Yeah.
Canadian National CN.
Oh, okay. I thought you got an O&R one as well.
I do have one of those. Right in unbox it. We got two
Okay.
CNs
Yeah.
and an O&R.
Neat. Neat. Yeah, very nice cars. Again, you know, like this is what I come to expect when it comes to Rapido. Like I buy a lot of Rapido passenger cars and whatnot. And you know, obviously the ore cars, the barrel ore cars that they did, you know, I never really had any issues with any of that stuff. So to get something like this here and it'd be a top notch model, um, you know, I was thrilled. Have you run yours yet?
No, I haven't. I just first time I had them out of the box was last night. But they got a nice
Because
weight to
it is a good weight, absolutely. Because it is a longer car. If you do have grades or anything like that, I would test it out and see, because I always find it weird running really long cars. You know, even auto racks and whatnot. It's just, it feels weird when you're like making that transition from flat to going up or down grade, or flattening out at the top of a grade. Very weird. It makes me wish I had code 100, but yeah, I haven't had any issues with these whatsoever. Just having fun running them around. So
it. Yeah.
it's good. Um, so we talked SD60s, bulkheads, Walthers, SD70s, Bowser, trash cars, and just showing up today, I was very fortunate enough to get a call about cars that showed up today, and they're working through it. So if everyone's patient enough, I'm sure that they'll reach out to you about the new Rapido Angus. Now, this is not one of the new ones, but again, this showed up today, or you know, the new van showed up today. These are always amazing. Now, I heard
Yeah.
that there's a lot of changes that they did with the new ones compared to the old run. For starters, you won't be paying like $300-400 for it, because in the last several years, an O&R wide vision caboose, these were going for anywhere between 250 to 400. I think even one I saw at $500, where they're just $99.99 at OVR. So, yeah, pretty crazy. Of course, I didn't pay that much for this one because that would be insane. But yeah, I'm looking forward to the new ones coming out, which they have hit stores as of today. So go grab yours. Apparently, the pickups are much better. Where the old ones, the wire goes right from the truck up inside, which did cause a
Oh,
little
okay.
bit of it restricted the truck from turning, which I found that a few guys who did have them weren't a big fan, but they've totally redesigned it where it's better pickups. So that's good. It's a good sign. But we'll let you know. I'll probably do an unboxing of some sort when mine come in. And VR has a special run of the OSR. So if you do run OSR, check with Lauren at OVR Trains because they've got the XCP OSR. I was gonna say locomotive caboose.
Yeah. How many of those do I have ordered?
Yeah.
Who's watching?
Yeah, I gotta play too. I might have a couple that are in my name at the store that I have to. Yeah, that I have to, order for my birthday.
Yeah. Wink, wink. Hint, hint.
Wink, wink. Nudge, nudge. Tap, tap. Swipe.
Yeah. I got the Algoma. O&R.
Yeah.
Yeah. And probably the O&R. Or what's the...
OSR?
OSR, yeah. That's the other one.
The OSR is nice because last year, I don't know if I've ever told this story, but last year, I probably have. When we did the YouTube meetup, we were very, very fortunate enough to go to the OSR shops. And a bunch of us got to, take some photos, and we walked the full length of that shop area there. Oh, most exercise I've ever had. And even Tim pulled out the drone, and he was flying around there getting some nice shots. And I stood right in front of the OSR caboose. They're beautiful. It's one of my favorite. Besides the Point St. Charles, when the Point St. Charles isn't around, I love the wide vision caboose. It is my favorite. I don't even know why. I just think it looks amazing. It's just my favorite. I don't know. It is what it is, but
I kind of wish they were still running.
Well, the O&R ones do. They use them for mow service.
Yeah.
So it's another reason why I'm like, I love having a caboose and still being able to run modern trains. You won't see it with, CN, right? But with O&R, you really will. It is something they use. And I'm not sure if the OSR still uses theirs. It was on a track with a bunch of other stuff that they might or might not use. But yeah, if you like certain things, just make sure that you're running the prototype. I wouldn't be able to run unless I ran O&R stuff. So it is what it is. But I enjoy them. It's a nice touch. But my thing is that I need two with a box car, a 40-foot box car in the middle. That's normally how they do it. They've got, I don't know, it's whatever. But yeah, so those are in store now. So just wait patient, and I'm sure you'll get the call if you've pre-ordered your 20 cabooses.
Now, I finally see why they do pre-orders.
Yeah. I mean, it's a very popular car. It's a very popular, and it's not the first run. I think this is either the second or the third run. I want to say at least the second run, though.
Yeah.
Lauren, you better buy that caboose. I don't know where you're gonna put it. You should. That way I can, live in it.
Yeah. And I'm with Luca there on that one too. I think we all are on that one.
I really hope Atlas does the True Line train. Well, see, they did announce it, and it was a super soft announcement. And I don't know if you guys had caught it at all, but I did want to mention it here to get everybody excited, because up until the end of January, because it was soft announced at the Springfield show, which I was super jealous. I really wanted to go. You went. You saw it. You took the picture. You sent me a picture of it.
Yeah, I sent you a picture of it. Actually, and that was live on your kit bill.
That's true. That as well. Yeah. Atlas bought the tooling, and that was their confirmation that they had bought the tooling for the Point St. Charles caboose. Now, I say super soft because they didn't have a model that they had, made. They didn't tell us how much it was going to be. They didn't tell us any of the cool new features or anything, or even what road names, paint schemes, or anything like that they're actual, or road numbers. Super soft. But there's hope because they said, hey, look, we got the tooling. It's a thing. It's real and it's going to happen. So be patient. We'll probably hear more in the next couple of months, maybe summer. I don't know. It's hard to say, but very excited. And you should be too, because you no longer have to pay $500 for a caboose. That's not even brass. You know what I mean? Like, that's crazy. Anyway, I don't know. But yeah, get excited, guys, because caboose time is now. Now is the time for the caboose. Bring them back.
It's a regain, right? It's a comeback for sure.
Absolutely. Intermountain, their tier 4 GVO CN heritage units, they were supposed to be in March. So unless they show up tomorrow, I doubt that they're in March. But they should be showing up this year in the near future. This is one of the older runs. I have nothing but nice things to say about Intermountain because they do really good quality work. I've got two of these. I got the Norfolk Southern as well. Locomotive I own. Locomotive, and to be able to get the CN military unit and the 100 years of CN, they'll run really well together in MUs because they're all Intermountain. So, do you have any of those? Oh, you have one. Yeah, that one's nice. I think they're both the same. What number do you have?
This one here is 3069.
I've got 3088.
I do have that one too, 3088.
Oh, you have it.
I got two. When I buy locomotives, I go two usually.
Don't they just look better in sets?
Yeah, because when you get home, you're like, oh, I should have bought another one. Just seeing if I could change the light down.
Well, I took a risk with that one, but then obviously you had gifted me the Norfolk Southern one, which was my first foreign power, but it works really, really well because O&R purchased a bunch of Norfolk Southern locomotives, so it works for what I do. Yeah, it's just an amazing, and the weight on that too, eh?
Oh yeah.
Just the fuel tank itself feels like it's got the weight of the world on its shoulders.
Like, I want to weather these, but I'm too scared.
Yeah, me too. I wouldn't be able to. I'd probably have Perry do it. Perry would probably do it. I trust Perry. I don't trust myself with something like that, but Perry, yeah, I'm totally have Perry do it. But yeah, like you said, you get one, and then you get home and you're like, I should have got a second one, which is a good transition into the the Rapido M420, because this was a pleasant surprise from, I want to say 2021. I'm like, yeah, okay, I really like it. I'm gonna get it. We'll see what happens. And I ended up loving this locomotive, and it ran and pulled like a beast. Like, you swear you were running this, but you were running this little thing. Yeah. And the way that it's just weighted, it pulls. It is its own little workhorse. And I wish I got a second one. Not like I need it. Now I sound like my wife. Not like I need it. but I'd love a second one. But we're very, very fortunate enough because they're doing their second run, and they should be. When did they say? Do I have it written down here somewhere?
Think they're the end of the year, or no? The fourth.
No,
Sorry, the 420s. Be
no,
summertime
they're shipping in May.
in May.
Yeah, these
Oof.
these are supposed to be shipping in May with the D10 steam locomotive. Now, I obviously don't have a D9 or a D12 to show you, but the D10 apparently is shipping in May as well. So hopefully that one. I mean, again, the Hudson was a really nice locomotive. It looked beautiful. Yes, there was a couple of things very questionable about it, but where they are still learning, because that was their first steam locomotive. You know, hey Ray, how's it going around the layout? How's it going? And Split Rock, I don't know if I said hi to Split Rock yet. And Bradley, hey Bradley, how's it going? But the D10, it's a very intriguing steam locomotive, and I know everybody's been waiting for some of these for a really long time, but Rapido made good on what they said. They said, we've got a lot of projects that we're in the middle of working on right now, and we want to make sure that these see the light of day. So they're holding off on more announcements until they get more of these in store first, which is good because I know a lot of people are waiting for their RS18s, the RS18U, and the RS11s, I think. And yeah, like the D10 as well, because that was announced a couple years ago, I believe, on a Christmas.
Yeah. That was on a Christmas show, wasn't it?
Yeah, like even the caboose was 2020 of April, I believe. I might be off by a nickel there, but yeah, it's a good 2 and somewhat years. Yeah, waiting for just a little caboose. So it is a long time. Huge amount of time has passed, mind you. Showstopper obviously played a huge part in that, but I think we're past all that now for the most part. So that's why you're going to probably see a lot more of these projects coming to light. Who let the dogs out? Right?
I guess I shouldn't have knocked on wood. She thought somebody was knocking at the door.
Yeah. Also, the turbo liner, which I know that they've been working on for quite some time as well, that's in transit right now. So all those turbo liner sets, if you've pre-ordered a turbo liner, it's on its way. And if shipping things from China take, more or less a month or so, I think it's usually about a month, give or take. But you could be seeing the turboliner sets maybe by the end of April, early May, most likely. Which, yeah, because they're in transit right now. So,
oh wow,
did you pre? Like, I know you're not really an Amtrak guy, but did you order a turboliner?
No, I didn't.
No,
I thought about it and I was like, yeah, no, I better not.
That's fair. I know it's more of the US guys that'll be looking into that one and, patiently waiting. Well, the wait is almost over. Another thing that should be showing up in the near future is the 6000, the NSC gondola from OVR Trains. So their next car. So we got this one, and it was it literally just showed up on the 15th or the 14th of March. And in a couple of months, you're going to have your next car, the 6000, and apparently it should be showing up with the bulkhead pipe car and these are set to be in store anytime between May and June. So, yeah. OBR Trains makes rail cars. Yeah, absolutely, Ray. These bad boys right here, I don't know if you saw my review, but I think that you might be interested in something like that. In fact, I'm pretty sure you ordered some. He's like,
I believe
what?
he's got a notebook.
I think. Did you get yours yet, Ray? Because I know that they've been shipped out. I think they've been shipped out. I'd like to see Caslo shops to bring out an RS18 cat shell for the RS18s. It's going. Thank you. Yeah, Caslo. You don't hear too much from Caslo anymore, but I know that they do have a couple of projects that they are on right now. I believe one of them is a GT locomotive. I can't remember which one though, off the top of my head. It arrived a few days ago. Neat. Yeah, they're amazing cars. You're going to be over the moon with those. Now, I don't have official dates or anything for these, but they are said to show up this summer. And I've already seen pictures of the locomotive and the passenger cars that shouldn't be too far behind. But the Bachmann Siemens Charger Via Rail locomotive will be in stores this summer. Hands down. Like, I'm so happy that this is happening, because when I see the Amtrak guys getting all their Amtrak Chargers and how happy they are with this locomotive, I'm like, I want one, but I want a Via, and we're going to get that. We're going to get that this summer. And they've already started showing tooling samples of the car sets that you're going to be able to get near the end of the year. And like I said, normally when they say end of the year, they mean early the following year. So hopefully January, February, you'll see the car sets start rolling out. But I'm really excited for the Via Rail Charger. Did you pre-order one of those? Uh-oh, Mike's frozen. Or am I frozen?
So
I think Mike. Oh, there you are.
I'm still here.
Did you pre-order a charger?
Yes, I did. Yeah, the
Nice.
Via Charger from Bachmann.
Yeah.
I thought they were kind of more the end of the year, but they are summer. Wow.
Yeah. Because I mean, they technically had most of the tooling done from doing the Amtraks. I'm not sure how different they are. I didn't really get a side-by-side comparison, because I think that most of what they have to do, it's just they already have all the tooling for it. So, yeah, it's just a matter of producing it and getting it out there.
That they had both of those.
And I think say that one more time.
Oh, I said they had both of those at the Amherst show. They had the Via and they had the Amtrak.
Yeah, and the Via one, it actually, like, just like the LRC locomotive, it does the station announcements, I believe, and it says it in English and French, which is very Canadian, So, yeah, so I'm looking forward to those. And also another big, and I consider it a big announcement because I'm a big kit guy. I love my kits, building kits all the time. Walther's announced a chocolate factory in HO scale, and I'm a big fan of this kit. Yeah, right? It never would have thought. Not it's not a normal thing. It's not like, oh, well, let me just do a chocolate factory. Do you know anybody who has a chocolate factory on their layout?
Definitely going to have one on the layout.
Yeah.
Willy Wonka in the chocolate factory. Hershey.
Now people are going to start digging up those old. Who made them? Do you know who made those old locomotives and rail cars? Was it Bachmann
Oh,
that did the Hershey set, or was that
wasn't that
oh,
Atlas?
was it Atlas? Somebody's got to know. Well, Harrison would know for sure if Harrison was still here, but
Oh,
um,
Tycho.
Tycho could have been Tycho. That seems like a Tycho thing. Um, yeah, people are going to be looking for these cars now because of the fact that you can have a Hershey plant and then you get the Hershey cars and away you go, right? Model power, probably. Everyone's saying Tycho, but I do feel like model power might have gotten in there at some point.
Yeah.
Definitely a great switching opportunity as well. Absolutely. But yeah, so and then at some point this year, I didn't want to say it's the summer because I doubt it's going to be fourth quarter. The Rapido GP9 and Slug,
Oh,
the A and B, or the mother and the calf, or
yeah.
whatever they call it. I call them slugs, but
Yeah.
but
That's what I
yeah,
call them.
the AB. Uh, yeah, I still remember getting rid of my Walthers as soon as I saw that announced. I'm like, I just got two of these Walthers ones. Oh well, get the Rapido one, because the up until now the only time you could get one of those slugs was that brass OMI or whatever it's called. Or yeah, is it Outland brass models or whatever? But yeah, they're the only ones who ever did a kit for the slugs. So it's cool that
Yeah.
Rapido is doing those. So it's awesome.
Oh, yeah. Because I've never seen, besides somebody taking an old GP9 or GP38 and chopping it down and making an
Mm-hmm.
actual slug, right?
Mm-hmm.
I
Yep.
tried to do that when I was younger, but a little kit bashing. But these GP38s, the slugs, are going to be totally awesome. And hopefully that's first quarter of next year because
Hopefully,
hopefully,
got to
I
get through
mean, I
Christmas.
know, yeah, I know we want them, but uh, it's going to ease the wallet a little bit after Christmas.
Absolutely. Yeah, and everybody's telling me Overland. Thanks, guys.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
Overland. Unless I wrote it down, I won't remember. So yeah, Overland did the brass one. Yeah. We actually had an opportunity to look at the pre-production sample, which they looked really really good.
Mm,
The only it wasn't even a complaint. They said that the only thing that needed to be changed was the rail going down the side. It was too thick of a gauge. Uh, you know, easily rendered, no problem. But I mean, to me, it didn't like it's not the kind of thing that I would have noticed. Like if they sold it to me like that, I'd say, "Hey, great, that's awesome. I've got a brand new, GP9 set. Great." Not, let me get out my caliper.
yeah,
It's 0.00 something, too big, and disappointed.
because
Darn.
they had them at the pop up event last year,
Yep.
right? The GP38s with the slug.
Yep.
Was that the first year they kind of had the tooling or sample? I believe it
No,
was.
they had originally announced them at the barbecue in June of last year, and yeah, that's when they had announced it. And
Okay.
then yeah, they had them at the pop up, and by then, I mean, like I don't think they had samples. No, they didn't have samples at the barbecue. They had just announced it, but by September, they had already had the pre-production samples that they were already pretty happy with, and
Yeah.
now I'm not sure if they're in production right now or if they're going to be, but yeah, like you said, probably hopefully January, February, but it's just something to look forward to coming out in the near future.
Yeah, they're going to be nice because definitely got a couple of those coming in.
Absolutely. Did I miss anything there? I think I covered all of mine. Did I miss anything on your end?
I had 2 more locomotives.
Which ones?
Was it the GVO? Did we talk about
I already
that
did.
one?
I already did the
We did
GVO. You showed the ES-44.
-8. I don't know. I got a bunch of them out. Maybe
There
we
is
did
the
cover.
Dash 8. Well, I don't know if the Dash 8 is going to make it this year. Um, the Dash 8 was actually, even like at the time when they had done the first one, uh, for $200 Canadian, you get a DCC sound locomotive, which I guess for them didn't really pan out. It worked for me.
Mm-hmm.
No grab irons or anything, so it's kind of like buying a Walters, but it was still really, really well detailed despite that, and it still pulled. It was a great puller. So I have a pretty high bar set for the new ones. Hopefully they run just as good, even better. And I already know that they're going to look better because they'll come with the grab irons and whatnot already attached, and all the fixins, all the details. So should be
Absolutely.
good. Do you like yours? Like, do you use it
The -8s.
often? Yeah,
Oh yeah, yeah.
yeah.
I got 2 of them on the layout.
You got the zebras, right?
No, I got the CN website.
Oh, okay.
The
Because I know.
-8s.
Oh, okay, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Because I bought the North American one at the time. I wasn't fully into CN at that point. Otherwise, I would have went full zebra. But yeah, I have to grab one. I'm thinking about it. Thinking about it. I don't know. They'll be great either way. Even
Yeah.
the BC rail would be really nice. Even running it as a
And
set.
the new
Athern. That's the one I forgot. Do
After.
you do you have that one?
Yeah.
The new
The
Athern
70.
one? Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you get the GT as well? Because the GT is like
No, I
it's
didn't get the GT.
oh. Now on the other side, is that the one where the door was mixed up? Because that was a really nice detail that they had.
On the front door.
No, on the side. Because there's this story where the doors were removed
Oh,
for whatever reason, and then
where's
when they
the
were
back?
re-added, yeah. So they just placed the shelf or the drawer or whatever in the incorrect place, and it makes that line that goes up the side all janky, and it goes,
Yeah.
yeah. It's a really nice detail. It's all the little things like that. Just let's not make this perfect. Let's make it perfect by looking imperfect. So yeah,
No,
it's a
that's right.
really, and that's another one that just showed up like near the beginning of March. When did you get that? Not long ago.
That's 9. Yeah.
Yeah.
When did I get that one?
Yeah.
The GTs and the other ST70i, they came out in March.
In March. Okay. That's a lot of really. I mean, like, this is why you can't model everything, right? Because uh, you
It's
know,
not true.
I've said it before, and I'll say it again. When there's times like this where it's like, you're either complaining that they don't make enough of your road name, or it all comes out at one time and you can't get it all because then you're spending like thousands upon thousands of dollars.
Yeah.
So, there's no real way to spread it out at that point. But, it rains. It just, it's crazy how that happens, right? Like, when the Go Transit stuff came out, the locomotives came out, and then within a month or two, all the cars came out. So it's hard to acquire all these locomotives and then all the cars to go with it and all that because it's so close in between. Um, and then you throw a couple of other ones in there that show up at the same time or within the same time frame, and you're like, I can't do it. I just can't get them all.
Yeah,
it happens.
100%.
So do you have anything that you're looking forward to specifically for this year? Any trains coming out that you haven't gotten yet?
Besides the GB38 and the Slug,
Yeah,
and the Vias by Buckman, the next run of the 6000s. I don't know. It just seems like every month or something, or every couple of weeks.
Feels that way. Absolutely.
It feels that way for sure. Like we're only into March, and like we've had the gondolas, the bulkheads, the ecos come out. It's pretty exciting full year of model railroading for sure. It is.
Absolutely. Yeah, because with the way things are going right now, I mean, like a lot of people are going to be playing catch up over the next couple of months. I need a couple more gondolas. I need a couple of cabooses, and that should take us right into the summertime when the next round of everything comes in, whether it's the Salesins or the Via. And then obviously there's things that show up that we've either totally forgotten about or surprise, it's here now. Something that we thought was going to be, early next year might show up way earlier. So who knows? Things get pushed all the time. So it happens. The Via Turbo, the Via Turbo isn't even in production yet. So maybe early to mid. Yeah, probably. They've been sitting on that one for a little bit now, but not too long.
That's the yellow, and then they had the CN scheme, right?
Yep. Yeah, there's a few different schemes, and then even the one that OVR is doing exclusively, which is the Via, but it has the CN on the nose.
Yes.
Which is probably, like, if I do get one, it'll probably be that one. Best of both worlds, right? Also, it's like it's a very ugly yellow. I don't. Maybe it's just me. Like when I look at the CN one, the red, black, and white, it's so clean, and those are my colors. But the Via being like this big banana on wheels on track, it's kind of gross looking, but at the same time, it's really cool. It's the good kind of gross, right? But
yeah. And how fast are you going to be able to run them?
Well, I did bank my curves, but I still don't trust going super fast because I do have a lot of curves. When Justin and Dennis came up, when my layout was just my bottom level, they brought their first run turbo, and it made it around the bottom of my layout, pretty easily, for whatever was done at the time. But yeah, it worked fine. So I'm assuming if time serves me right, the new one should be even better. So hopefully.
Yeah, because I think there's something in them that they will articulate.
Probably. And also the connection system. I know they did something really, really good with the N scale version and connecting all the cars together. They basically redone that. So hopefully they redo it with the HO one as well, or they've said they're going to redo it. Because watching Justin and Dennis put that locomotive together, it's probably just as painful to watch it go together as it is to actually try and put it together. And I'm sure that they would testify to that. And I'm sure they just leave it together and on the side for their layout. But it's a painful locomotive to put together.
Yeah.
So because we're pushing 10 o'clock, we'll skip forward here to the Sunday brunch kit build special. So you took part in the last one as well, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Do you have your hobby kit there? Your hobby, not the hobby house, the hobby store?
Oh, the hobby shop? Yeah, it's in the next room. I can grab it.
I literally thought you were reaching over to get
it. No, it's in behind me.
You don't have to go get it.
Okay.
I thought you were reaching to get it. You don't have to go get it. It's fine. But back in January, another one. Bad influence.
I got to keep it to a minimum on the holes in the wall.
But back in January, we had collectively started doing that hobby shop kit. It wasn't nothing daunting, nothing too crazy, right? Like 4 walls, a roof, and a platform, right?
Yeah.
We had fun. I had fun, anyways.
I had fun with it.
There was about 6 of us that did that. Greg was one of them. Me
Bubs.
too. Bubs is still working on it. He's
still working on it. We're still guessing. I seen in the chat if somebody guesses it right before the 30th, So
he's got to the end of the month. And anything beyond that is overkill.
Yep.
You can't work on a kit for 5 months.
No. Yeah, there's a time limit.
Yeah. So, as promised, because the hobby shop kit was only available in HO, and I felt bad because I'm sure that there's N scalers that do want to take part and that would like to take part. So I promised that the next kit that we would do would be available in both HO and N scale. And this was actually James's idea. I'm pretty sure this was James's idea.
Yeah.
Because he didn't like the other ideas.
What was the other idea?
It is. Oh, there was a few. There was a few ideas. I think the other one was another type of shop, but it wasn't this one, and he liked this one because it was brick. From my understanding.
Yeah.
The kit itself is the Walther's Cornerstone, 130 foot, 2-stall diesel shop / engine house. So this is a brand new kit that came out not too long ago. It is available in both HO and N scale. In HO, it is $71 at OVR, and they do have one that is N scale for $68. We try to keep to that $50, range, but at the same time, we do want to be able to do kits that we will use on our layout and whatnot. So I'm sure the next one, I know Wigwag loves his wood kits, and I feel bad because I said we would do a wood kit at some point. We will do a wood kit, but we'll do this kit first, and then we'll do a wood kit next, because I have a couple of ideas for wood kits. But we'll do the HO and N scale Walther's Cornerstone 130 foot 2-stall diesel shop. If you guys need SKUs for that, you can send me an email. Or if you want, Perry just did an unboxing today. He did a mail call, and he literally got a mail call that I would do that got shipped to him instead. But yeah, Perry, if you want to join us, hang on to that kit, because we're going to be doing that. We're going to start Sunday, April 30th. Oh. So you guys got a month and a day, and I would start it in a couple of weeks, but then it's Easter, and I'm probably not going to do a live on Easter. So yeah, we'll just push right to the end of the month. We're gonna do it April 30th, and we're gonna go right through May, and should be good. Now, if you're not able to find it on the OVR website, send Lorne an email by April 4th, because he's doing an import, and the import is set to arrive April 15th. So if you don't see it on the website, let him know before the 4th. That way, I don't want to say you're guaranteed to get it, but he'll make sure that he gets some extras in for you guys, especially the N scalers, because I only saw one available on the OVR site, unless you've got like something local down the road that you can walk to and pick one up. Otherwise, OVR, reach out, see what they can do to get you your kit so that you can join us starting Sunday, April 30th for the second Sunday brunch kit build group build. And there's no real rules for that too.
It's kind of do your own thing.
Everybody's gonna, yeah, exactly. Just don't take 5 months like Bubs.
Yeah. Well, I think that's why he's got till the 30th to guess it. But also, for the American viewers, if they took it, whatever it says on OVR site, to divide it by a good rule of thumb is 1.33 to get you the US dollar amount. So if it's 70, it's probably like 40 something.
That's true.
Okay.
So that'll be the kit that we do. We'll start that next month. Also, just want to let you guys know for April. So next week, which is April 6th, it's going to be Tim. They make it like that. He will be doing his Third Rail Thursday. I will be on April 13th, which is my week. April 20th, which will be Mark, M&M Rails. And then we'll be back here April 27th at 7 p.m. for Keeping Track, a new episode of Keeping Track, and GVO After Dark, with or without Mark. I like to give him a hard time.
Give him a hard time.
Yeah. And there was one more thing that I wanted to show, because it is 3 minutes after 10, and I'm sure everybody is just dying to go to bed. If you guys...
I'd go the extra half hour.
All right. I mean, I literally only have one more thing to talk about, but...
I'm just teasing you.
Oh, okay.
Keep it on the track.
So if you guys follow me on my socials, today I shared a picture of my brand new logo, and well overdue, and long overdue. Yeah, it's long overdue.
Something like that.
Yeah, something like that. And I did add merch to my store reflecting said logo, and I'm going to be, well, not that one, but that one's still a nice one.
Kind of like that.
But so for the new logo, I'm going to be ordering stickers. So I just need to know how many stickers I should order, because let's say if only 5 of you want a sticker, I'm not going to order 200 stickers. I just, you know what I mean? Like, I want to gauge things. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put my GVO After Dark email. There it is. GVOafterdark@hotmail.com. If you do want a sticker, shoot me an email, title it sticker or GVO sticker, something like that. And I will mail you a sticker once they come in. But I'm wondering how many stickers I should get. So this is
Or what are you thinking, like 400 or how many?
I doubt it, but I have no idea how many. Yeah, that's why I want to see how many people actually want a sticker, because if only 5 people want a sticker, I'm not going to order 500 stickers. You know what I mean? I don't know. But I just want to gauge you guys to see who's interested and whatnot. So I'm going to leave that on screen there. I'm going to show you, just in case you... I do want to give a huge shout out to N-Scale Dystopia, who has a really good channel here on YouTube. And you can also find him on other socials under N-Scale Dystopia. He does do a lot of N-Scale stuff, obviously. So he does... go transit via rail, and he's in the middle of building a layout which is based off of Toronto's Union Station. So if that's something that interests you, go check him out. Don't forget to like and subscribe and all that fun stuff. And he did the logo for me, so I'm gonna just show you if you can see that. Now,
Yeah.
not only did he do this one, but he actually did a bunch, and I was able to narrow it down to 6 separate logos. So yeah. So you might see that one as a sticker, and I might do some future stickers as well. I've got a few plans, of course, for different like ways to use these logos and how I'm going to go about doing that. So if you see one that you like, then obviously I'll be posting them to the socials. That's why it's always important to like, subscribe, follow. Let me know what you think. If you've seen any of the other ones, let me know. I have my test audience: Mike, James, Mark, Bubs. I always show you guys stuff first just to see what you guys think, and I've had a very positive response from most of these, anyways, if not all of them. So
I like both.
You like them? Yeah.
Yeah, I like the both with the black background and the white background. Right.
Yeah.
The darker background.
Yeah.
The 3 different colors popped out more.
Yeah.
Right. Just kind of, they're all nice. Did a great job on them for sure.
I really appreciate the work that he put into those. And it's cool because like having like one photo, but like with the 2 different backgrounds, I'm able to do it as like with the black background, I can do it on a black hoodie, and it flows a lot better and it looks a lot nicer. Where I will put I'll put it with a white background on, let's say, a white t-shirt, which looks a lot nicer as well. So each thing is a little bit more versatile depending on what I'm putting it on. There's also the one with the white background I put on a white mug, which I think looks cleaner than having the black background. I don't know. I tried a couple of different things, and I use my best judgment for stuff like that. I'm not like a designer by trade or anything like that, but I have a sense for what looks cool and stuff like that. So hopefully you guys enjoy it, and you can check it out. They're in the shop now on my landing page. So Mike was cool enough. He bought a hoodie there from the GVO store. He hasn't taken it off since he got it.
I actually almost got mugged at OVR.
Yeah, the girls are asking for hoodies now too.
Yeah.
I think in my last package that had my gondolas, there was sticky notes with all their sweater sizes.
Yeah.
We'll take this one and this one and this, and I'm like, all right.
That was kind of my fault as I walked in and had it on, and Martha's like, "Where's my GVO sweater?" And and you got a shirt too? And I went, "Yeah." She goes, "Oh, wait until I send his package out." Yeah.
Well, yeah, they sent lots of cool stickers and stuff too.
That
which do come with the gondolas. You got your stickers too, right?
Yeah. I can show them real quick.
Yeah, that's huge too. That's a pretty big sticker.
You got an oil tanker? You can put that on there.
That's true.
Cardella?
And then,
sorry, wrong one. That's the CDMX.
Yeah.
Cardella. The Elk Ridge Boys.
The Elk Ridge is so nice.
Yeah, very nice. Yeah,
and you know what? The funny thing is, I was not expecting those stickers. He said nothing to me about the stickers. Like, I know that he's planning on stepping up with the swag and whatnot. Like, he refers to it as swag, like the rest of us.
Yeah.
But he didn't say it was going to be that cool. You know what I mean? Like, little stickers of the car. I'm like, this is the cutest thing ever, right? And it's just a little sticker of a car. I'm like, these are going on the layout, and that was the first thing I did. I put them on my fascia before I did anything else.
Absolutely. I didn't know he was doing those either.
The man of a million secrets, eh?
Yeah, you just never know what's coming down the pipe.
That's true. And they're headed to Denver this weekend.
Yeah,
The Lauren,
Rocky Mountain.
wife, and the little one. So that's cool. If anybody's going out to the Denver show, I don't even know if I have anybody watching from that area, but make sure you go and say hi to Lauren and the family, and see what they've got going on there at the show, because I think they've got. Is it a booth that they're setting up?
Yeah, so they're in booth 19. I'm not sure the name of the building. And Bernard from Mini Prince is right beside him.
So. They stick all the Canucks in one area?
I guess so, yeah. So that's
Posers in building 2.
Yeah.
That's funny. Oh wow. Well, it's honestly been like I've had fun this last couple of hours having a conversation with you. We should do this more often.
Absolutely.
We don't talk about.
I appreciate you bringing me on. I thought that was awesome.
Yeah, and it's different too, right? So it's because, like I said, you haven't been on a GVO before, and I'm still yet to be on a Off the Tracks Monday. So, well, I usually work Monday. Well, half work because I'm watching your show, but I gotta make a point to stop by and say hi to you guys. Yeah,
absolutely.
But yeah. Well, I think we'll call it. It's a 10:15, and I got to put all these cars away.
And I was thinking the same thing. I'm gonna be another half an hour putting all this stuff away.
Oh, geez.
Keep it on the tracks.
Yeah. So just a final recap. Whoa, that car was gonna run away. No one warned me.
I didn't even see it until last month. Whoa!
It slowly started inching away. Yeah, I should have put down something that was not as smooth as the smooth surface of this table. Oh well. Yeah. So again, next month, lots of great shows. At the end of the month, we're going to do the Sunday brunch kit build, but I'm still going to do a Sunday brunch kit build every Sunday up till then, up until when we start. Except for Easter Sunday, for obvious reasons. It's Easter.
Yeah.
I'll be busy eating chocolate. So, yeah, no show that weekend. And are you so you guys are doing your Monday show, obviously every Monday. Who's up this Monday coming up?
I think I'm live this Monday.
Is it you on your channel?
Yeah.
And that's Trackside Mike.
Trackside Mike's channel this Monday at 7.
He even does the commercial. That's great.
Yeah.
I think the first time you did that, we were talking in person, and you did it, and I was like, "Oh no, we got him good."
Yeah, you guys got me.
He did the thing. He did the thing. He did the promo.
He did the promo. As I say, it's all fun, right? Just have a blast, the whole hobby, and doing the lives, and
absolutely,
being part of the crew. It's been a great ride.
Well, I definitely look forward to hanging out with you again in person, hopefully real soon. I know you came up. What was that? How long ago was that? You were up to?
Would have been September long weekend, or did I come up with Christmas? No, I came up.
It was in December, I think.
Yeah, just after Christmas. Oh, time flies.
Probably. Yeah.
Still at it. Yeah, we are, Timmy. We're not breaking any records tonight, though. That's for you next Thursday. They make it like that. But yeah, I think it was December I was up. Is he still there? Or are we?
There we go. Okay, I didn't know if I think my computer almost kicked the bucket there. I'm still still planning the YouTube meet and greet for June, so we'll hopefully out then, and of course in September. Was it September 16th for the OVR
yes,
thing? Pop up event.
September 16th, OVR pop up event where there's going to be a lot of manufacturers. I can't say all the names, but there's going to be some cool ones. Hopefully,
well, we went last year.
Yeah, it was great.
Made a whole weekend of it, I think. And Bubs came with me, so I was able to drag him out, and we had fun. We had lots of fun out there for the day, and it's always going to be bigger and better. Go big or go home, right?
And trackside barbecue.
Yeah, that would be August. Planning maybe for the August something near the end of the month, August long weekend. What happens in August? Is it the
August 5th is the what is that weekend? Civic weekend? Civic holiday?
Yeah. See, I was gonna call it the August 2-4, but I'm like, no, that's the May 2-4. So it's one weekend in August. I think it's gonna be a Saturday or something. But yeah, we'll have to do the barbecue, trackside barbecue with Trackside Mike. Literally trackside. It blows my mind every time that happens. So
the last time we did it was September long weekend, was the Labor Day weekend.
Yeah. So I mean, that was an amazing day within itself, where we saw like literally everything. That was a crazy day. So many trains, and I think that there's going to be probably more people joining us this year if we can get Lauren out there, because I know that Bubs is dying to get him to look at those ecos. So hopefully we can get Lauren out there, and I think Bernard said that he wanted to join us as well, and I do believe.
SMT mainline.
SMT, yeah, we'll get him out there, and I do believe Wigwag also wants to come up for that as well, so that'd be neat.
And I believe Tim does too. They make it like that, and Wigwag's going to come up for the pop-up event, I believe, in September.
Oh, that'd be cool. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
Good times will be had by all, right? Lots going on this year. We've been trapped in the car for too long. So, got to make the most of it. Got to hang out and talk trains with all you guys, and I'm looking forward to it. And I may even make sure that I have even more stickers for when we do these meetups, because it's a lot easier to just put one in your hand instead of mail it to you. But we'll see what happens. A special edition sticker. That means you met me face to face. But other than that, Mike, I really appreciate you coming up here tonight and spending some time with me talking trains and talking about all these awesome locomotives that are coming out this year, the ones that have already come out. Again, I'm standing by it. I said it before, I'll say it again. 2023 is going to be the best year for model trains, I think, personally. But we'll see what happens.
By far, yeah.
But that being said, I appreciate you coming up here today, and appreciate everybody for showing up, everybody who came to talk trains and watch us goof around. So I really appreciate that. And everybody, I want you to have yourselves a great week, and we'll see you on Sunday for the Sunday brunch build. And Mike, you got anything? What, Monday night? Do you have any plans for Monday night?
Monday night? Yeah, you never know what's going to happen on Monday night.
Well, now I'm curious.
Yeah,
we'll talk after the show.
Gondolas.
What's June 10th? John Train is saying June 10th. What's he saying about June 10th?
Oh,
Oh,
I don't know
oh,
if
he's
that
talking about the Brenton show.
or the train show. Email us, call us.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, for the stickers as well. I mean, if you guys need any information, that's my work email, and I mean, GVO stuff. So feel free to reach out. Let me know if you want stickers, and I'll get those out to you guys. All right, you guys have yourselves a great night. We're gonna run some trains now. We're gonna run our trash trains, and I got to look into weathering these things because they're too clean. They're too clean for a trash train. All right, have a good one, everybody.
Keep it on tracks, everyone.